I was I was cut off, but I was saying as we begin to hear ourselves, the people that are closest to us, when they bring us information, we stop reacting to them and rejecting the things that they say when it doesn't align with what we think we want or what we want to hear at that point in time, and we begin to respond. When we begin to respond in real time instead of reacting, we are literally bringing our full presence to the situation. When we bring our full presence to the situation, the wayward spirits must back up. And that takes discipline, that takes time. At the altar, we collapse time frames. What would normally take 20, 30 years on a psychiatrist, psychologist couch, or psychologist or counselor's couch doesn't have to take that length of time when we as a people begin to come back into alignment. So, regardless of our religious discipline, it is time for us to go in deeper. So, we begin to cleanse. It's time for us to have a daily practice. And that daily practice is because people are working literally 24/7 to send us toxins, psychological toxins and physical toxins, spiritual toxins. We live in a toxic environment, and we cannot, if we think that we're going to just be able to manifest or bring about things in a peaceful manner, without any real effort, without any real change in the way we do things, that's not going to work. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. And we hear that and we know that, but do we take it to heart? In order for us to see, we have to cleanse our eyes, we have to cleanse our ears, we have to cleanse our minds, we have to cleanse our hearts. So many of us have been jaded because of the things we've experienced in life. And those places where we have been jaded, if you can think of a pipe through which water flows, every time you've been jaded, it's like you've taken so many hits that there's a hole in that pipe. And so the things that are coming to us or coming to you are flowing through that pipe, but they're being misdirected out, those holes in that pipe, the places where you've taken emotional hits, the places where you gave and gave so much and you were not appreciated. It's time for us to begin to appreciate ourselves. And the way we can do that is by acknowledging that we are spirit and worshiping in spirit, going into the entering into that sacred space by ourselves. We can do it communally, but we also have to communicate with the divine within us. It starts from the inside out. People oftentimes don't know they're sick until something shows up on the outside of them, but that thing was growing on the inside before it showed up on the outside. We have been lied to. We have Our focus has been placed outside of us in this world. And so we look to people and to other things for solutions when the solution resides within us. And in that sacred place, in that sacred space, where where so much light and so much communication exists, we are not accessing it, because if we're accessing it, we will see the fruits of our labor. And it's not an individual thing, but when you grow yourself to a certain point, and we have to grow. Didn't the Bible say in the story that Jesus grew in wisdom and in stature and in favor with God and man? And didn't Jesus say, follow me, do the things that I do what I do. You will have what I have. Greater things than what I have done, you will do. But we're not doing anything because we're not cleansing. We're not seeking truth. Truth is actually offensive to us. It's offensive to us, and that's really not our fault. We were born behind enemy lines. We're living in a society that moves against who we are at our core. And who we are at our core is connected to Mother and Father God. So that's not our fault, but we have a responsibility and we have a right to reconstitute ourselves and to live in a way to give our children something to be able to hold on to and to be able to fight the enemy. They have to be able to fight. If you give them what you have, they're not going to be able to fight with what you have, right? Our people have succumbed. Our grandmothers, our grandfathers, our great grandparents have succumbed to this enemy. We have a right to fight, but we have to be in our right mind so that we are on the right playing field. You can't be on the tennis court trying to play basketball thinking you're scoring points and you're not even in the game. Most of us are not even in the game. And so it's time. This is Advanced School of Ancestral Communication, but the communication starts with us. How are we communicating with ourselves? We want people to listen to us. We want people to treat us with a high degree of respect. But do we give ourselves that same air? Because I promise you, if you listen to yourself the way you want other people to listen to you, the way other people listen to you will change. And that doesn't have to take long, but you do have to create the space. You do have to create the space. You know what? In my book, Soul Mark for Life, I want you all, those of you who have an ear to hear what I'm saying, I want you all to go and get that book. It's on Amazon. You can get it from Amazon.com. Soul Mark for Life. It's $25 on there. It's $20 if you cash at me, and that's a pre-order. But as soon as I receive my copies, I will send it to you. My cash app is $Destiny, DESTINY, embraced, EMBRACED. So just cash at me and put in the notes, put in your email so I can contact you, and we'll move from there. But Soul Mark for Life, I explain, my journey explains this in great detail. It's my story, but it's a story of our people collectively. It is a story of our rise. We have been marked for life. This world has made us believe that we are marked for death, and it is a lie. We have been marked for life. And I want you, those of you who understand that you have a greater purpose and it is connected to your roots. I want you to hear my story because, as I said, I didn't know anything about my roots. I didn't even think it mattered. It has everything. It has everything to do with who you are and with your assignment. It has everything to do with turning the situation around. This is not the end of the world. It is the end of their world, but we have a responsibility because we have a function in this world to restore order, to restore divine order. Ashe.